So we set off 8 years ago to design and create an architectural exemplar in mixed-use design, that 20-minute community based fundamentally around the success and happiness of the people who would live and work within Edinburgh Park.
We had the opportunity to buy some about 45 acres in Edinburgh, which was an amazing opportunity because it had the tram going through it, it had heavy rail to the north and to the south, it's next to the motorway and it's 3 stops from the airport.
The master plan for Edinburgh Park was designed to a detailed planning level, which meant that it was one of the largest planning applications Edinburgh City Council had ever seen, covering virtually 43 acres, with detailed designs prepared by 3 architectural teams, covering housing, amenity and office space. There was also an incredible, extensive landscape design which covered public squares, private courtyards, public amenity space, and important active travel networks with tree-lined avenues and footpaths and cycle paths.
We've now built our first office and put in quite a lot of infrastructure, roads and tennis courts and public square and paddle courts and multi-storey car parks.
The success of the building can be measured by the occupiers, and absolutely delighted to say we have Sainsbury's Bank, we have Marsh McLennan Insurance, we have Element and we have GE. Not to mention we have Patina, our bar, restaurant and bakery.
If you're ever in Edinburgh, you've got to come to the bakery. The bread is just beyond belief. The funny thing is, we always expected the weekdays would be busy, but in fact, Saturdays and Sundays are the busiest because it's become a destination that people are driving a long way, sort of 10 miles sometimes, to get their bread for some of the weekends.
At Parabola, what we really try and do is bring our buildings alive to ensure that they're rich in amenity and that they're rich in experiences. We want people to want to be here. So that's whether you work on the park, whether you live nearby, or whether you're just passing through. We're aiming and striving for Edinburgh Park to actually be a new cultural quarter for the city. Art really is woven into Parabola's DNA. Already on site we have over 20 pieces, both inside the building and outside, a number of which are specific commissions for Edinburgh Park. Since the start of our development, we've also focused on supporting communities and supporting emerging artists. We've supported poets, sculptors, photographers. In fact, we're running the Scottish Emerging Sculptor Award. So it's exciting to see all of those things take shape as things develop. Alongside the art, wellness is really important. So as part of our first phase in development, we have 2 multi-use games courts. So those are really suitable for 5-a-side football, basketball, netball, tennis, and we have 2 paddle tennis courts, which have been hugely successful. So it's really nice to see the area being used by people from far and from wide. As our development continues, we're not stopping anytime soon. We're planning to keep the program events running to include markets, art, food events, wellness events, poetry. There's so much that we really want to do to inspire the community to really come to Edinburgh Park and enjoy everything that we have to offer.
Sustainability has been an important part of Parabola's ethos for over 20 years. So in all of Parabola's buildings, the quality of daylight, the sense of fresh air, and a mixed use and a sustainable community has been key to everything they've done. Edinburgh Park is one of the first all-electric sites in Edinburgh. No gas will be used or fossil fuels will be used in any of the buildings. All of the electricity supplied comes from natural green resources, so that's wind, solar and hydro. Energy usage is also a key factor in the design of One New Park Square. It's estimated that One New Park Square will use a quarter of the energy used in a building designed in 2008 to CIBSE standards. This is all achieved by use of air source heat pumps on the roof, displacement ventilation and high thermal fabric design.
8 years, feels an awful long time, but in property development it's actually blink of an eye, and therefore it makes what we've achieved as part of first phase even more special. And this really is just the first chapter of a new story for Edinburgh Park.
We have an arena coming. We're working with AEG to bring an arena which is 8,500 seats, which will probably open late 27. We are talking to a music school, and we're talking to gastronomy school, which we're all of things we never imagined we would come when we first went there. It's a long way to go, but things are really starting to come into place now, which is very exciting.
I've got absolutely no doubt Edinburgh Park will represent a European exemplar in mixed-use design, master planning and placemaking, but fundamentally a case study that simply demonstrates good, thoughtful design will bring well-being, happiness and fulfilment.